Show myself on stream. Good evening, folks. This is Colin from Kincaid Outdoors. I will be changing the light here in a second. Give me a second. I forgot to do that. One moment. Oh, frack. Hon, could you get the light for me? Because I can't stand up.
Yes. Watch out, Max.
1 second, folks. Just wait for the overhead light to come on. Then I
I
will.
had a hard time getting up to.
There we go. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't get up to turn the lights because my knee wouldn't work. Been putting it through a lot of what I call torture with physical therapy and such. Yeah, nothing, no topic tonight, just open chat. So anything we want to talk about, we'll talk about. Let's see, my niece's birthday's today. She works with Jenny now, which is really interesting. It's the first time you've actually worked with family like this, right?
Yep.
No, we've worked with family before at the fairs, but not exactly the same thing.
No, not the same.
Nope. This is more of a permanent type thing instead of temporary. And they're not working for us. So that's a big difference. So how old is she now?
30.
30. Holy cow. I remember when she was like this big. She was a tiny little thing. Then she became a really tall thing. She's not a thing, but she's just freaking.
She's very tall.
She's very tall. She takes after her dad. Definitely not after her mother. Hey, Mommy, how you doing? Hey, Rob. No topic tonight, so I just put the thumbnail is just a thumbnail. I can't get my logo to work, so that's the reason why I've been doing it that way. No topic, so we're just going to pretty much talk about anything and everything. Jenny's right here, Max right there, Ian's in his room. And no, we have not got luck on finding a new place yet. We're waiting to hear back from the VA, as well as wouldn't be able to get started on getting things starting to move things yet until tomorrow when we get a storage unit, and then we'll start from there. And that's the update that we got right now. As soon as we get that taken care of, then we'll start moving things out this weekend. Not yet. No luck. We're just going to find a storage unit to put our things. We're going to start off with the outside, get those all done and packed away and out of here, and then we'll go from there. We're going to try to go room by room. The least important things to the most important things. Yeah, we are having to move due to a mold infestation. Black mold. So we have to find a place fast. You did tell them that we needed to find a place fast, right? And what did they say?
Well, they'll try their best. That's all they can do.
Yeah, they're working on it. We're working on it. That's all we can say. Because we don't have a lot of money. So that makes a big difference. But we got help from the VA, so that's going to help. But I'm not going to dwell on that because that just makes me depressed because I don't like moving any more than I have to. But I've got multiple people helping. So I'm good. Well, I'm not saying I'm good. I'm okay. Would that be about the appropriate?
Mm-hmm.
We're okay for now. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Tiffany. How you doing? Still, we won't get started the official getting things moved out of the house and stuff until tomorrow and this weekend. Getting a storage unit tomorrow, and then we're going to work on towards getting things moved bit by bit as we can. But link's at the top of the chat if you want to come up. You don't have to, but you can. It's up there. We can talk about anything else but the move. I'd be very appreciative. It's stressful enough as it is, especially since I know I can't do a lot of the work. If you would, please. So we can talk about bushcraft stuff. We can talk about archery stuff. We can talk about bow fishing. We can talk about pretty much anything else. But right now, it is what it is. We are going to be working at a Renaissance fair at the end of the month and the first weekend of next month to help raise money. So, love, I forgot to tell you. Give me a second. Where is it? Got that in today. Not yet. We don't have any boxes. Jenny's bringing some home tomorrow. We need as many boxes as we can get our hands on. Even though they said I didn't get any, that one's saying that I am getting some. Right?
Okay. Yeah. So they apply $250.83 of it towards your unpaid balance.
All right.
And then you should be getting a $372.17.
Correct, but I haven't got it yet, which is weird.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're working on it. We're trying to figure out the funds part, but we got it covered. I think, hopefully, we should. But other than that, we're working on it. We're going to start off boxing up the kitchen and then the back porch, then the living room. The bedrooms will be the last thing. And then technically the last thing that's going to go out of the house once we find the new place is going to be the washer, dryer, refrigerator, and most of the basement. But most of the basement stuff that we can get out that's not moldy is going to be going into the storage unit or our house, depending on what place we may get, because we have no clue. So I appreciate the concern right now, but I'm trying not to dwell because I get depressed.
Bring it up then.
I try not to. Molly asked me about boxes.
Oh yeah, I got a crap ton of boxes.
Yeah, Jenny's got a stack of boxes. We just got to pick up some more packing tape, and we should be okay. We just have that's the thing I'm doing tomorrow is getting a storage unit so we can have places to put it. So we're going to try to get things moved over as we get them packed. That way they're not stacking up. And we're going to try to keep the minimal stuff that we do need to survive. Poodles on tiny bikes. I'm not much of a poodle fan. Now, if you want to talk about Irish setters or what's the border collies or something like that, I'm okay with that.
Irish wolfhounds.
Irish wolfhounds. We could talk about that. I do know that I do plan on doing some bow fishing this year. Before all this went on, I was actually planning on going up to Yellow River next month, but we have to wait and see. Penguins flipping pancakes.
Cool.
Would that be the ones from the zoo with Sarge and them?
Yep.
I love the penguins.
Penguins of Madagascar.
The penguins of Madagascar are my favorites. Was it Sully was one of them, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In private. Oh yeah, I can understand that. That'd be awesome. They're Rob. I packed up my Light Fighter 1 today and got everything compressed into a really small space. I had to get some help from Ian on packing up the cot. I got it broke down, but I couldn't stand for very much longer and lift it up and try to force it into a bag. So he got it picked up for me. I still got the folding table out there still, love. So I couldn't bring that in unless we can talk to Ian to get it brought in. But that'll go out with the stuff that's going to the storage unit first. I think we do plan once we move to get a yard sale going once we get there to get a fresh start. So there's that. I still plan on doing a bug out bag giveaway, but it may be sometime next month when I do that. I have to wait and see where I'm standing, literally, before we figure out when that's going to happen. I may actually ask you guys what you would like to see in a bug out bag, and go from there and see if I have it, if I don't already have it in there. But I have a really nice bag picked out, and you guys can tell me if that's an interesting thing or something you wouldn't want to see or whatever. You cannot take $15 for Ian. He does not work that way. Anyway, I think he'd charge you too much there, especially for the travel. You can't roll for Ian. It doesn't work that way. He offered $15 for Ian. He's an adult. I can't sell an adult. So sometimes that makes me feel that way. That's called slavery. Yeah. And the United States doesn't like it.
No, we don't.
Hey Dan, how you doing, brother? I talked to Dan for a couple hours today.
How's he doing?
I'm going to find out. Jenny says hi, Dan, and asks you how you're doing. I hope things are going well for you. I hope. Oh, he's an adult. $7.50. $7.50.
Do I hear 8?
Jenny's offering. It's like, does she hear 8?
I can sell you to them.
Huh?
I can sell you to them.
Oh, Jenny's offering to sell me. What the heck? Love.
What?
I would never do that to you. Though, if they were doing a meatloaf dinner or something like that, I might offer your services for something like that because, I mean, you're the best meatloaf maker I know. Come on, you beat my mom, and that's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
A bundle deal on the pair for $9 shipped. You pay on the shipping. Sorry. And you got to get through customs. That's a whole big.
That's a whole big deal.
Yeah. Can you imagine
Kind of a big deal.
The tariff cost would probably be horrendous.
Oh, probably.
$4.50 for Jenny? Oh. they're making a bid war for you.
I feel so loved.
$4.50 from Dan.
Oh.
He's had your meatloaf.
Yeah.
You can't get Jenny. She's mine. 15 years now. Next month. Actually, we've been together 18.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been together 18 years. But she is an amazing lady, that's for sure.
Who are you calling a lady?
Hey, in my heart you are. I don't care what you say about yourself. I say otherwise because I married you and I'm in love with you. So she's sticking her tongue out at me. But she's an amazing person, I try to make her laugh every day, even though she doesn't want to sometimes. But she needs it. Yep. Before I hurt my knee, I used to be able to dance for her. But I was much chubbier then. I'm not sure what you would call me now.
Skinny.
She calls me skinny. I'm not used to being skinny. Although
all that hard work, putting meat on your bones, and there you are.
Yeah, Jenny says, all that hard work for putting meat on my bones, and now it's gone out for nothing. All that work for nothing. A Colan replica. Okay. He just found a Colan replica on Temu that deals off.
Oh, man.
Oh, I bet you can't find an Ian. It's an original. There's a one and only. Not only do you get Ian's lack of work ethic, you also get his ADHD and his autism on top of that as a special bonus. Oh, the 450 is supposed to go to Jenny. Okay. To run. Okay. To run. I'm sorry to say, even though she can't run right now, she still walks faster than I do. Don't forget me to make sure I give you some money tomorrow when my check comes in.
Yeah, I'm going to need gas money.
I don't know when my check's going to come in, but so either it's going to come in tonight or tomorrow morning. I'll find out.
Yeah, just say it to me.
To your PayPal?
Mm.
Yeah. Yep. Do I have that plugged in? Nope. Let me plug that in. Hair notes? What do you mean hair notes? I just realized, hon, with that money that I just showed you, plus my other money that's supposed to be coming in, that's over $2,000 that I'm waiting on.
Nice.
So, plus my regular ones that are, other things that are coming in still. So, we're just waiting on money. That's our biggest issue. We got some coming in, just don't have it yet. So, have you not named the shop cat yet? You got to name the shop cat. And I hope you take the shop cat with you when you go to Montana, I think it was. And have you found a home for Vin Diesel yet? Oh, I don't know. I can lend him to you from time to time, though, Dan. I'm sure he would have fun. He's really, really good at that kind of thing. Knots. Okay. Okay. Is the cat's name Knots? Mac is here just lounging on the ottoman. I can't remember. I think I picked that up at the Goodwill, I think.
Yeah, I think you did.
It's also got
home and it was there.
Huh?
I came home and it was there.
Yep. I picked that up for Jenny a while back. But Mac has claimed it as his throne. But we're going to plan on getting some stuff once we get settled in their new place, wherever it may be. Hopefully it's going to be someplace where I can put in a garden where I can plant some more plants. My tomatoes are doing well. My potatoes doing amazing. Luna is her name. Okay. And Vin's still there. Okay. Shop cat's name is Luna.
Cool.
So the only Luna I know is Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter.
Oh, maybe that's why they named it that.
I don't know. We have to find out. And Vin is still here. I mean, yes, his name is Diesel, but I called him Vin Diesel because I see the big giant tortoise videos every day, and I get a kick out of them. Like there's one in Japan that goes for a walk with its owner every day.
Yep.
And he's like, he got him when he was this big, hon. He's now this big.
Oh yeah.
And he wears a costume for different holidays and stuff like that, and he walks around the neighborhood. 47 years. He's been this guy's lifelong companion. Oh, lunatic is another good one. I don't know about that, but anything's possible. But Luna Lovegood is a good one too. She can talk to animals, I think. Right? Or is it just magical species?
Just magical species.
Okay. 3 dogs, 3 cats, 4 cats. Oh wow. We just have 2 cats. And We would love to get a dog, but we don't have the space for a dog. We have a pop. We're trying to get a house together. By the way, I have an idea about that as well, love. I'll talk to you about it in a bit. Remember those expandable houses I was telling you about?
Mhm.
Possibility is, the land that Mike lives on with his brother and his ex stepmom.
Mhm.
One of the places he was offering me to go hunt,
Mhm.
it was a site of an old trailer site on their property over in Waverly.
That's even further for me to drive.
Not as far as you think. But the thing is, water and everything's already there. All you need to do is put a house on it. And I was thinking of getting one of those expandable container homes on there.
Hmm.
It would give us a house. True? We'll just pay a lot rent. Right?
I don't know.
It's options. I'm thinking options. Okay, now, what's new with you guys? Any good news, bad news? Well, not bad news, but I'm ready for anything. By the way, Molly, where's Jason? I know his hours changed, but he should be home by now. I don't think Cliff is going to be here until like 7:30, maybe. I did put the link down there, didn't I? I hope I did. What are you working on? You work in the medical field, don't you, Rob? I wasn't sure exactly what you did. I mean, if you did something similar to Jenny, she would definitely be more understanding about what you do than I do, than I understand, because her job is like right over my head. Even though I was an Army medic, the insurance and coding and billing stuff is way above my pay grade. No, I mean, what I was wanting to know is what you do for a living. What's your job title? What do you do? I worked in a warehouse, and I also worked in. I was an ambulance driver for a while, and I was the Army for a long time, and then I was an Air Force admin for a long time. So I've worked a lot of different jobs, but mostly factory work stuff. So I'm just trying to see where I can go from here. No, I can understand. What does she do there, Daniel? Besides boss you around, just like Jenny does for me. Okay, that sounds very tough. I will tell you this, love. I will not miss the sound of that, of your ice machine. I think it's dying. Any idea when you're possibly moving to the States there, Rob? In the next couple years? Or when your next visit to the States is, I should say? because you said you got your passport updated. Because that was back in 2023. You had the issues. Otherwise, you would have been there with us. Sometime this month, I've got to get scheduled to get my license updated before I can get a star put on my license before I can get stuff done. I can understand that there, Rob. And you got to do it blindfolded and backwards. Hey, Dan, when's the next time you're planning on going south? And is there any way, shape, or form you can drive by here? Because I can give you your tent and you could hold on to Rob's for me. You can take it to his families because it's be a lot easier to get it over there that way. I can understand that. I am planning one way or another to have a get together this fall in August, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of August, at the Watcher County Flea Market, and we're going to be camping at the Lake Belvedere campgrounds, and we're going to do our best to do a big takeover of a certain area. So we're going to have to wait and see how that works. Oh, wow. Daikin. Oh, wow. That's a big company. Tiffany works for Daikin, which is the world's largest, HVAC manufacturer in the world. I think
Dyson.
No, it's Daikin, Daikin. I think they're above Dyson. They could manufacture the gear for them. Who knows? Yeah. Okay, well, keep me informed. If you're going to be in the Chicago area, we'll find a way to get you your stuff. You might get more than what you were planning, but you never know. Rob's planning wants to come in Chicago in October. Man, can we get him down here? Can you imagine him going to a haunted themes park? The girls would go nuts over his accent and his beard. Mm-hmm. You'd be very popular at some of the fairs we go to there, Rob. I can guarantee you that. But I've got your tent packed in that box and something else packed in that box, and so is Dan's tent is over there, I think. Yeah, it's got to be in one of those same boxes. No, not really. We've actually had a few over here before. We've had a few English people here, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we had one Scott.
Stationary.
Huh?
I was stationed there.
Yeah. He's talking about going to the Renaissance Fair, though. Talking about the accent.
Fun.
We've had a couple.
Yeah.
I think one of the people, her husband was, well, not exactly English. I think he was, what would you call it? A person from New Zealand.
Kiwi.
He was a Kiwi. I'm not sure if that counts, but they loved it. I mean, especially when it's talking about the Hobbit stuff. Yeah, it may. That's for sure, Daniel. I'd make you an archer. Sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. You're going to have to be an archer. I know you don't get to shoot your bow or anything like that, but I can make sure you can get a bow to shoot. Though I know you couldn't take it back with you, unfortunately, but I would love to get back into doing all that kind of stuff again. I have a lot of work to do in order to get that stuff going. That's for sure. But other than that, I think it'd be kind of fun. Well, I mean, if you get something like this right here, takedown, you'd probably be okay because you can put them. You can get them really nice cases and for them and everything like that. The only thing I would, try to find for you something like that, something a little bit more appropriate, maybe an English style longbow or American flat bow, possibly, or even a self bow, which I think you might get a kick out of. Though they sell a lot of horse bows at fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know people who sell those things personally. Yes, I know it's baggy. It did not always be this way. They're talking about my shirt being baggy again.
Well, what do you want?
I can't help it. I'm sorry. I mean, this used to be tight on me. I'm not used to being. What if I do that? Does that work? And I had to shift it back like this.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I know it's a good thing. It's just going to take me a while to get my endurance back and my strength back. Thing is, I'm still strong, being able to pull this way, chest wise and stuff, but my endurance is lacking severely. Oh, Rob says, Jenny, get a chip clip and pull his shirt tight. Don't say that. She might do that. Hey, love, could you find me another shirt, please?
All your shirts are going to be the same damn size.
Try the military one hanging on my bow rack.
All right. I guess you got me, buddy. Dad's making me get up again.
That's the one that was a little snug on me when I first got it.
All right.
That's before I lost the weight.
All right, hold on a minute.
You guys are trying to make me, I mean, do I look better now? Yeah, I will be changing my shirt in a bit here. And no, you don't get to watch. You don't pay me enough for that.
Here.
I have not been able to try this on yet, but I will put this on right now. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Gives me a reason to try it on. It's got elbow pads and everything. It smells good, that's for sure. Oh my God, I can't breathe.
Oh boy.
Give me a second here. I'm still trying to get used to the neckline. I've never wore this before because it's always been too small. There you go. I'm a little baggy in the arms, but I'll work on that. Okay, that'd be kind of cool. Breathing is overrated. I can understand that. I haven't checked to see what my neck size is lately. But this is the first time I've actually been able to fit into this. I mean, it fits snug, but it's not super tight or anything like that. I can still move. And it has, oh, wow, that's different. It's got pockets everywhere. I think they might have rolled this one up a little bit because, man, that's a lot of pockets. You can't see me. Oh, not yet. Wait a second. The glare is getting to you, I'm sure. There we go. I'm camouflaged. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. I know you guys are limited on what you can carry over there, Rob. So, if you're still interested in being part of the giveaway when I do my bug out bag, we'll figure out what you can and cannot carry and substitute if we need to. We'll find something that'll be appropriate. Now, I'm not sure about tool wise. Oh, that's an idea. That's actually a pretty cool idea. Okay. If you were to win, I'm saying you are, I'm not saying you're not, because it's going to be completely random. I do have alternatives to knives being sent over to wherever you are going to pick up your gear. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. And it would be something like this. Not this one. This one's mine. But I can get you one of these. Dan knows what these are. And anybody who knows a spork is one of these. People talk about doing the Swedish fire logs and stuff like that, but they always show these tiny little dinky little things. You can't get any good burn time out of something like that. So I'm a firm believer in the extra long ones, but you can also make pegs out of these things and everything else. So that's my biggest thing. First thing you do is you make a freaking handle for it. That's the first thing you make with this thing before you do anything else with it. You make a freaking handle for it. I want to get an actual proper case for it. This orange plastic thing is not my friend. That's for sure. I want to get a leather case for it that I can just with a belt loop, or I can hang it on my belt, or even a molly setup for I can run it off my back outside of my pack. Okay, but what do you think of one of these? An auger bit. Well, I do know where there is a World War II K-bar, but I don't know if you would really could afford it. Because I know I can't, because Ian wants it. Do you have one of those, by the way, Rob? How do I look, hon?
Nice.
Hey, look who's decided to join me. figured if he wins the bug out bag
Uh-huh.
and I can get it sent to his relatives in Illinois,
Mhm.
he can't take a knife back with him. But give me a second here. Let me sit up here. He can use one of these.
Oh,
Not this one. This is mine, but get him another one to replace it. That way he can take it back with him and it could be really useful for him.
Oh.
Now, I do know that TA Outdoors used one in some of his videos. So
I'm going to go in the room.
you can go play your games.
Yes.
Can you stop him from doing that?
Nuggets. What are you doing?
Are you chasing a bug?
No, I'm just nuggets.
Okay, come here, love. You can go play your games.
Wait.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
She loves me. What can I say? Oh, by the way, for those people I don't see yet on Sunday, happy Mother's Day for those people who are moms coming up.
Happy Mother's Day.
That'll be Molly and everybody else in between. You have your grandfather's KR? Oh, that's cool. Okay. Please tell me your grandpa was American there, Rob. Oh, I know that's Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. I was like looking at Rob's and I read Daniel's comment. Hey, King, how you doing, brother? Glad you can make it. Yes, I'm wearing camouflage. This is actually military issue. See, he's got the elbow patches and everything. I'm trying to figure out how to. Oh, I didn't realize I could do this. That's cool. Because I felt like a little kid there for a moment. Now I can tighten the sleeves. I won't have to worry about my. Hey, hon. Hey, hon.
Hold on a minute.
A buck knife? I don't know if you can carry buck knives in England. Remember, they got really strict laws on knives there and everything else.
What?
I found out it could do this.
Good for you.
It's not so floppy anymore.
Yeah.
So a Sheffield knife would be perfect then. And would technically camouflage be considered zombie colors? Myself, I mean, I'm working on. Well, let me show you what I got so far. Let me get the bag I'm trying to give away, and I'll explain it to you. Oh man, that's heavy. Okay, this is the bag I'm giving away. And as you can see, it's a brand new backpack, never been really used. I wore it once. And then I took it right off again because it was not my cup of tea. But it's mainly got one really big pouch, one front pouch, and one long pocket, and two smaller pockets over here. That's it. And it is rated for, it does have a set for hydration packs if you want to go that route too. Okay, that's cool. Because Ian found a World War II trench K-bar at a local place here in town for about $200. Okay, give me a second. Because I got a knife that I want to show you, and you tell me if that's similar to what you can have. Not saying you're going to have this one, mind you, but because this was a Christmas present from my nephew. Okay, this is the knife right here. That's the blade. That one is about 4 inches. The blade itself is about 3 inches, like that. This is a Sheffield. There's no assist to it. It is a locking blade, though. Yeah, you're from Canada, right, King? Oh, here comes Jason.
It's me.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I am doing okay.
Quit flashing people, Jason.
But what?
You flashed us for a half a second.
How are you doing today?
Stressful, but I'm okay and hopeful. I got a notification that my taxes, though, that was initially told me that they were taken, or they're going to be distributed to me.
Oh, that's good.
So, because I think I might have mentioned it, that they took them due to paying for my pills for the VA.
Yeah.
But my insurance covers my pills. So, but the payment for the pills were pending at the time.
Okay.
So by the time they took the money, they were still waiting on the money to be paid by my insurance. Yeah. So,
well, anyways, hello, Rob. Hello, TD. Hello, King Break Burl.
Hello, Molly.
Dan.
Yeah, we have a lot of people in here.
That's all I see so far.
Yep. Now, I was just showing off about, I wasn't checking to see if this is the size of knife that he can carry in England. It's not a blade assist knife. It's just a simple Sheffield. And it is actually a little bit shorter than it was because the tip broke and I kind of reprofiled a little bit. I'm not giving this away. This was a gift from my nephew for Christmas a couple years ago. This you can barely see it, but it used to be camouflage. Now it is silver. And I use this one a lot for my ferro rods and stuff. But it is razor sharp, though. Just give me an idea of what you can have. I mean, if that's the case, I could either do that or swap you out for something like one of these. I know you have one of these, Jason, right?
Not like that one, but mine goes on the end of a drill bit and it's sharp as heck.
Well, this one here is the proper, Scott's eye auger, which you can use to make. You can actually use it to make its own dowel handle if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure which one you were talking about, because if you're going by his description, Jason, I need your opinion. This blade is approximately. I have to freaking measure. I can't stand up.
I would loan you my calipers, but I'm too far away.
Okay, this is a 6-inch ferro rod.
Yeah.
Okay. Same length, but most of it is in the handle. So it's just so that's 4 inches there.
Yeah,
and that's like 2.5 inches, if that. So it's less than 3 inches.
Yeah, I thought a sharpened toothpick would be illegal in the UK.
Pretty much everything is. If you breathe wrong, it's illegal. But I figured if he wins the bug out bag because he wants to still enter when I do it, I could swap out the knife that I have in there for an auger bit like this one.
Yeah.
Because I know they could use these, and he doesn't have one yet.
Well, yeah, you saw my auger bit on how fast it went through that wood.
Right. This is just the old-fashioned hand crank version.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have the hand crank drill bits just like it, but this one here is made for doing the dowels and stuff. So, which I kind of like if you want to use it for pegging, like log cabins and stuff together and things like that. So,
I like that drill bit because it went through that 80-year-old wood lickety split.
oh yeah. Okay, thank you. I will look at it later. No, Rob, right, not right now.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm actually wearing one of the shirts that was given to us last year at the when I was working at the DAV, and I was never able to fit into it because it was too small.
Yeah, I see that.
But now it's form fitting.
Yeah.
And
So
it's got.
I've been watching the last 10 or so minutes before I came up. I was eating my supper.
Okay, Bronx, New York. Oh, okay. Sorry, King. I forgot. My apologies. I remember you talking about me too about that. So please forgive me. I have never been to New York State or city otherwise.
I would like to go to New York State, but not in the city.
The only place, there's only one place I want to go in the Northeast. And I have a friend of mine who lives in Maine, who's like 25 miles from the Canadian border. And he's the person who married Jenny and me. Oh, I bet. But you were a company man though, weren't you though, Daniel? He was one of those private security guys.
Yeah. Contractors.
Yeah. He was a military contractor. Daniel's views, I think he's one of the first people I've actually talked to who was, to be honest. Though I may have met a couple in my career, but didn't know it because they don't really advertise that's who they are.
No.
Though I actually have met some actual spooky kind of guys before. And the colonel had to salute this guy, and he was in civvies. But what rank was he? We don't know. And the colonel didn't know, but he had to salute him anyway. But that was when I was in Germany. And that's right during the Gulf War.
No, I just vaguely remember seeing a bright red flash light.
Say again?
I vaguely remember the bright red flash light.
For what?
I don't know. My memory was erased after that.
You got Men in Blacks, right?
I'm messing with you, Colin.
I know. Only thing I heard was the Men in Black song going through my mind with Will Smith.
Yeah.
I can't dance the dance. I'm sorry. I just can't move that way right now. But yeah.
Ooh.
Cutler, Maine. That's where my friend lives. He's a blacksmith up there. But what do you think of the shirt, though, Jason?
That's a nice shirt.
Let me give you a better view here. I mean, I understand this part here. I'm still losing weight, but not bad considering. I haven't been in the service in over 20 years. I think I'm doing pretty good. Though I'm still heavier than I was back in the day. Yep. Cutler, I have not been to Cutler. I've been to the East Coast before, but I was down in South Carolina. I've been to South Carolina, folks, for some weird reason. I drove down to see an old girlfriend of mine graduate from basic training down there. Did you steal an owl too, there, Dan? I think I've been through Tennessee though. I know I went through Lexington, Kentucky once on my drive across the United States because I drove from coast to coast twice. And it's an interesting experience driving coast to coast by yourself. I wouldn't recommend it now, but this was back in the, oh my God, when was that? in the 90s? I don't know. I haven't looked.
Were there
Let me
straps
see.
in there?
It's got the Velcro.
See if there's any straps on the inside.
I don't know. I've never thought to look. I don't feel any. But it does have zipper pockets here on both sides. And it's got some up, one here and one up here. So plenty of storage. Oh, and elbow pads. So if I was planning on doing some long distance shooting, these are the ones this is the shirt I'd be wearing. But I can't wear anything underneath this though. This is about as much as I could wear right now. But I would love to take if I could ever get Rob to come to Iowa, I would definitely take him shooting with a bow and some other stuff. But I'm going to show you that bag again and what I actually have in it that I was planning to give away. You guys tell me if that's a good idea, bad idea. Do I need to swap it up or improve it? Or
I remember that. Good idea, bad idea.
Well, what do you mean?
Oh, from the Animaniacs.
Well, you let me know. This is a good one for everybody in the chat. You too, Jason. Okay, here's the bag. Brand new. As you can see, no wear and tear, nothing. I just wasn't comfortable in it. But also, when I bought this, I was also 300 plus pounds. Okay? But I've since bought myself another one, which I'm happy with. The cement pond in the hotel. Are you? Oh, jeez. Okay, Jethro. Okay. The first thing I added to it was this. It's basically a old school Boy Scout mess kit with canteen.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Big Mike. How you doing, brother? No. It's actually not too bad. It's like form fitting, and I'm not used to wearing form fitting clothes. And I don't look like I'm wearing baggy, clothes. Because I mean, literally, this shirt here was just hanging off me, and I look like a scarecrow. I do have muscles under all that. But this is a Mr. Camper Canadian mess kit. It's basically the Canadian Boy Scout kit, made in Taiwan. Good idea, bad idea, let me know. Jason, you first.
I don't know. Do you use it?
No. This was already been permission that we're giving it away. That's not the issue. No, is it a good idea or does it need to be improved? Would be okay for a starter bug out bag?
Starter. Yeah, I'd throw it in.
And it is, by the way, no Canadian I've met has ever heard of this. And even though it was made in Toronto, no one's heard of it. I tried looking up Summerlee Producer Limited, and I have no clue what that is. Should I show it off or not?
Now just throw it in the bag.
Okay. Well, I'm taking things out to show you what I put in there.
Okay.
Then I will repack it. Okay, the next item. A simple 5x7 tarp from Walmart. Nothing fancy, just one of these tarps. Third item. Tin cup. You can use it for boiling water.
The silver solo cup.
Huh?
The silver solo cup.
Pretty much. And you can hook it over a stick or whatever. It's good, It is. You can boil water in it. It's a peak one. way down in there. What is next? Is that it right there? Okay.
Cliff.
I have no idea where Cliff is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Cliff. You'll answer.
Next item,
Maybe.
a LED flashlight. Simple one, nothing fancy. Okay, here's the big next. It's not a cheap item, but it's a right edge bushcraft knife. It's bright orange for you won't lose it. I got fairly big paws, so though my fingers have gotten a lot skinnier lately, but it is very sharp. Now, like I was saying,
Yes.
if Rob was to win this, I would try to substitute for an auger bit because he doesn't have one. But that's if he would win. I'm not putting it in the bag yet.
I wonder if he's allowed to have a garden trowel.
I get where you're going on that one there, Jason.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is technically a garden tool.
Uh-huh.
But I think, well, you'd have to show a picture of it. If you could find a picture of it, you can put it up on here
I got one right here.
and show. This is not a knife, folks.
No. It's
not a
well,
knife.
it kind of is and isn't.
It's in the ish category, but it's not technically a knife. It's
It's
categorized as a garden tool.
Yeah.
So I can't. It's like a machete's not a sword type of situation. How the hell did I get that in there?
I mean, technically, it's not sharp.
It's not. Okay. On this side, nothing in that pouch. Okay. This is not, well, it's not brand new, but it'll still work for a starter setup. It's a simple ferrule rod and striker.
Oh, and by the way, it's made out of aluminum, not steel.
So this still works, as you can see, but that's in the kit. And I only have one more item, and I haven't put. I'm going to show that off now. But there is a full-size bottles pocket right here, and this one here is a Ascend stainless steel water bottle.
Is that like similar to my bag?
It's similar, but not the same.
Mm.
I actually picked this one up at the state fair a while back, and when I tried it on, it was not comfortable for me at the time. And I've replaced my bag since then, so I don't need this one anymore. And it is hydration bladder compatible. There is a pouch in the main pocket right here. You put your stuff in there. The main pouch. Give me a second. Let me snap it here. Does open up all the way, so you can have access.
Yeah,
to
mine
it.
does that too.
So that is fairly large, like that.
Yeah, my main pack opens up all the way.
Yeah, this one is a Nex pack. It was made in China, but there is one. It's got, if you count this pouch right here, the main one that I just showed you. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 other pouches on top of that it has available. So it's adjustable. It's got a decent sized waist belt and everything else. And it's got load lifters and stuff like that too. So I'll put everything back in the pouch here. But that's all I've got for now. Like I said, I can make adjustments, but I have to show me the picture. Can you actually get an actual, like a Lowe's or someplace where that sells those kind of things? official picture? That way we can get an idea about the size and shape and stuff.
Of what?
Your knife, your gardening tool.
Yeah, it's like 6 inches long. Handle's about 5 inches long.
Hey, Blake, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Blake.
He was found to be in possession of an uncapped ballpoint pen. Are you pulling dip? Oh, is it because it's orange? Is that why, Dan? I will tell you what, Dan. If somehow that Rob wins this bag, I will find a way to get you the knife. Okay? But he's got to win it first. I'm not just going to say it's his. Okay? Now, like I said, it's gonna have a ferro rod, and it's gonna have what do I do with my ferro rod? I just had it. I'm literally just had it, and I just can't remember what I did with it. I feel stupid. Well, I'll find it. But I put the water bottle back in here. Okay. Oh, there it is. But this is probably a 27-ounce water bottle, stainless steel water bottle, single wall, so you can use it to boil water. Double zippered, and here we got the tarp, mess kit, and the cup. I don't have any stoves or anything like that to add on there yet, but that remains to be seen what I can find.
Blueprints will work.
Hey, the medic knife is mine. You're not a medic. And they had multiple of those. You know that, right? Orange knives, I mean. That's funny, Rob. That's very funny. Now, there is stuff that I would love to be able to send to you, but I can't. Because I found something really freaking cool, and that's. I think Jason would get a kick out of these. You remember these, Jason?
Lighters, yeah.
No, this particular set of lighters, because as you can see, it's refillable.
This one is not.
No, this is a refillable one. This is the one I got from Garage Grown Gear that I ordered from Minnesota. That took over 2 weeks to get to me because it took a very roundabout route to get to my house. They got all the way to Des Moines and decided to go through Kentucky and Arkansas and all those other places, and Tennessee.
Yeah, it took the scenic route.
Yeah, it took the scenic route to get to me. And it was a $3 item for a set of 2 of these. And it took me 2 weeks to get it. But I loved seeing where it would go next, because I was tracking it the entire time. Okay, that's cool there, Dan. But this thing, the only thing I'm not really a big fan of is that when I light this thing, that's on low. That's high. That's the only issue, but it will definitely, get your fire going. But I can't send that through the mail. unfortunately. Though I'm not sure if they can be mailed through from the actual owners of the place to you or not, because those take butane. Now, I mean, they have other kinds of butane lighters and stuff like that, but this is the only butane lighter I've ever seen like this, with a clear cut case and everything else. And warning: ignite lighter away from face and clothing.
Yep, it says that on every lighter.
Contains flammable gas under pressure. No duh.
So did Aquanet.
Never puncture or put in a fire. I remember when people used to throw them into the campfires and watch them explode. Well, this one here is a butane refillable one, not just like the one that Jason showed. This is not your normal everyday Bic lighter or anything like that. But when everybody talks about fire starters, they always talk about ferro rods, they talk about bow drills, they talk about every other method except for the first initial one. These.
Yeah.
You need to keep these. I mean, Surefire is the most important thing in any bug out bag ever. But not everybody talks about that stuff.
It still has a flint and a striker.
It is. Technically, this is a flint and steel. Well, a ferro rod, flint and ferro rod, steel and ferro rod, because it has a little freaking mini one. I'm not sure how big the ferro rod is in this thing.
It's tiny.
That's unfortunate. I mean, I would put a total freaking monster of a long one in here. You know?
Yeah.
That way it would never run out. Well, at least not easy anyway. Now, don't get me wrong. Ferro rods like this are cool and everything. I got this one. This one here is deteriorating, as you can see. But it's still, sparks really well. That actually puts out some serious sparks. I got its big brother in the other bag. Nope, just once there, Mike. And no, we're not going to be at the Des Moines Renaissance Fair this weekend. It's Mother's Day, so we got other things we got to do. Jason, you're awfully quiet.
Yeah, I am.
Why?
Trying to think of what I'm going to cook on Sunday.
Some kind of meat on the grill.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's your plan right there.
I just don't know what kind yet.
Oh, I did. There's something I could talk about, I guess. I did get a new copy of the Three Rivers Archery catalog. And then a while ago, which I thought was pretty cool, they're carrying stuff that I really think I'm starting to get into, but I haven't bought one yet, and I'm not in the position to do so as of yet, due to circumstances, obviously. One of these.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait.
And I was thinking, since I do rendezvous, I would like to get something that I could either use at those or go black powder hunting here in Iowa with at the same time. So if I want to go deer hunting, I can use it for that. Or if I want to do my reenactments, I can do it for that. Well, that's too bad there, Rob. But the one I want to go to is coming up this fall in September. And that's and when is the Iowa Renaissance Fair? Love? When's the Amana Fair? Later this month? Yeah, the end of the month, we're going to be going to the Amana Iowa Renaissance Fair. First and second, the last weekend of this month, first weekend of next month. When is the Amana Fair?
Memorial weekend.
Memorial Weekend. Yeah, we're going to be going that one. And the weekend after. Extra cash. I don't know what I can physically do because it sounds weird, but I am less capable of walking now than I wasn't before I had the surgery. Not sure why. My endurance is gone. My strength is gone. The whole 9 yards. I'm getting my flexibility back. It's just really freaking slow. Now, has anybody here used one of these muzzle loaders or something like it?
Yeah.
You count because you had the Canon thing you helped with.
I like muzzle loaders. They're fun.
My cousin had one, and my friends have them, but I've never shot one.
When you pull the trigger, there is a delay.
It depends on which type you're using. If you're using a straight flintlock style or you're using the percussion cap style.
The percussion cap's going to be almost instant.
Yeah.
But the flintlocks, there is a
couple second delay. I do know that.
About a second delay.
Well, that's where we get a lot of our interesting sayings from that type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the flash in the pan comes from. That kind of
Follow
thing.
through.
Huh?
Follow through your shot.
Yeah. Keep your powder dry.
Mm-hmm.
All those things come from muzzle loaders. But they do have, if you want to be a pirate, they do have the little.
Yeah, mine's 50 cal too. Damn.
These have them in. Give me a second.
Mine's also a CVA inline.
These are all 50 cal, I think. But it doesn't say what the deer hunter is. But everything else says 50 caliber except the deer hunter.
I mean, you can get them as low as 32 caliber.
Well, I know that, but I would want to get a standard one because it'd be easier for me to find the shot. I know I can make my own shot, but I won't do that. Yeah, building muscle mass is, but I would love to go deer hunting with the muzzle loaders and stuff like that. Do like a full-on, not exactly reenactment, but that kind
challenge.
Huh?
A challenge.
It would be a challenge, and I think it'd be kind of cool, especially since I do the reenacting style of that era, to do it in that style. Well, on you there, Daniel. I haven't had a chance to yet. I've got a really good hand-eye coordination. It's just the fact is, I just never owned one.
Yeah, I would have to keep my powder separate though. I got to keep them separate between the two.
Oh yeah,
I got the ones that take the triple F, and then my CVA takes modern.
Well, there's smokeless powder and there's regular black powder. They're completely different things. And make sure if you have any powder horns, use separate, distinctive powder horns.
No, don't use.
Say what? Oh, okay. Molly was coughing.
Nope, I don't use the powder horn.
Give me a second. I got someone who was supposed to be here, and he's going to be popping in here right now.
There he is.
Good morning, Vietnam. Sorry.
Wow.
You reminded me of Robin Williams just now. Hey, Cliff, guess what?
Chicken butt.
No.
Turtle butt?
Nope.
Flat
Cat
turkey.
butt?
I actually had to switch shirts because my shirts were so baggy on me. It looked like I looked like a little kid. And this is the first form-fitting shirt I've wore since I've lost the weight. It's a full-on military shirt, and it fits.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congrats.
You missed out on what I was talking about earlier. I'm still going to be doing my giveaway on the bug out bag that I was planning on building last weekend, but kind of fell through with. So I'm going to have everybody else decide whether what I'm offering as a good item or a bad item, or do I need to switch it out? And what else can I add to it to make it the best complete one I can do before I do the giveaway? Do I need to do a recap for you that we can show you?
Nah.
You sure?
Yeah, I can just go with. I can roll with the punches.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't want to win it anyway, but
Yeah,
I do value your
I'm not
opinion.
entering.
I do value your opinion, though.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Dan, this is what you need to get if you don't already have one.
This is one of my
Sorry.
my bags that I use.
My triple F. It's for Dan. Okay.
Oh, don't forget TD's has one too.
My powder horn.
Okay, okay. I can understand more using that.
Yeah, so that's basically
I think use your powder measure.
yeah. You put your finger over it, open it, tilt it, release, come back up. One charge.
Yeah, I know.
They do different tips.
I'm familiar with it. Like I said, I just don't own one.
But some of these other folks don't know.
Fair
And
loss.
this is what I'll use for my black powder rifle. 2 of these.
It's the same thing. It's another measure.
Yeah, so yeah, you can see. I don't know if you guys can see the marks
Increments.
on there.
It goes in grains.
Yes. And
Now this, I'm gonna show off a pouch real quick there, Jason.
The slingshot ammo.
Not exactly.
no, it's not too heavy.
Give me a second here, Jason. I'll do this for you here. Here,
It's a
Jason.
1/4-inch steel ball, then that's perfect.
Those are my 45 calibers.
Go
100
up a little
grains.
higher. Up.
100 grains.
Oh yeah, no, that's perfect slingshot ammo.
No, these are solid lead.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that. There's a law against it.
Those are my wads.
I like the patches instead of the wads.
I'm getting low on these. I think I only got
The percussion
Maybe
caps are hard to
25?
come by anyway.
well, no, these things are like $11 a tin now.
But where you're getting them is pens.
Yeah.
But look where I got this from. Oh wait, give me a second here, Jason. Scrolling up. I'm not sure if you guys can read that, but it says this is from. It's called the Leatherman. It's from blackpowderbags.com. So this is one of my black powder ones. It's got 3 different pouches. One there in the front, and a third one's like right there in the back. And it's got I think it's a powder measure thing right here on the side, right there.
So mine's an old canvas and leather bag.
This one's all leather. I paid $5 for this at a yard sale. That's just in the movies there, Dan. Night, Daniel. Thank you for coming.
Good night, Daniel.
Be well, Daniel. Take care. Have a safe
Night,
weekend.
Tiffany. They were having issues with their father-in-law, which is totally makes sense. Now, I don't have a lot of firearms. I've got 2, but I don't plan on using one of them again. It's just too heavy and too awkward for me to shoot.
The goose gun.
That big, long barrel, shiny thing that I got that kicks my butt every time I shoot it. So I decided I'm not shooting it anymore. I got my eye on a 20 gauge. It's going to have to be a pump because that's the cheaper version. I can't afford the semi-automatic. And yes, I know it needs to have a little thing fitted where you can only shoot 3 shots.
Yes, don't forget the plug. Yes.
The plug is a part of it. Yeah. They sell them with them now. So
Yeah, they're supposed to. Yes.
and a lot of places actually offer free ones, free plastic versions. So they're like everywhere. At least here.
So they're forcing you to plug your shotgun hole.
That's the 4th hole there, Cliff.
Shotgun hole. Shotgun hole.
Oh, man. Yeah, just little recap for those people who had not heard, because I know Cliff hasn't. They discovered black mold in my house. We have to move.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So there's my big, thing that I needed to tell you. So that's it. We're trying to find a place right now as fast as possible. We have no
And the
place.
landlord knows about this?
The landlord is the one that informed me about it. They went through an inspection and they discovered it in their inspection. Because it's because of a sewer backup that happened last year among the whole neighborhood, and they hit like four or five houses in a row. So we were not the only ones that get hit for that. It's not super bad, but it's bad enough that it's present, and we need to be out of the house for them to remediate it properly. So
Yeah, because they're going to put hydrogen peroxide everywhere.
exactly.
And not the stuff off the shelf. This stuff is going to be 6% to 8%.
Yeah, so it's safer for us to find a new place, and I think they're going to try to renovate, and they're going to try to find new people after they're going to just basically fix everything that needs to be fixed. Because this was never renovated before we moved in. We just moved straight in.
Yeah, so the stuff you get off the shelf in the store is 0.08%.
Right.
0.05%.
So it's going to take a while for them to fix this house to make it livable again. So it's just easier for us to find a new place. So we are waiting on hear from the VA to help us find a new place to go to. They're going to help pay for the first and last month's rent, the whole 9 yards. So we got it covered for that. It just got to find a place. And tomorrow I get a storage unit so I can start
Rob.
moving stuff out.
That sucks.
It is, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I don't want to live in here with all that stuff. Would you? I know you would.
If I would have known, if I knew about it, I'd be pulling down the walls already and spraying cleaning that shit out myself.
Yeah, but I can't physically do it. Otherwise, I would.
But it still sucks.
Hey, Took. How you doing, brother? Glad you can make it.
Yeah, always remember.
Hey, Took.
Always remember, hydrogen peroxide and stainless steel do not mix.
Oh, that's a toxic gas thing, right?
No,
Nice.
no, it turns into a gas 500 times the volume.
Oh, wow. And we don't have any respirator kits or anything like that for the house, so we got to get out of here. Like I said, we just found out 2 days ago. We're trying to find a place now, so we're kind of on the ropes right here. But it's nothing we did. It's just something that happened to us, and we got to get out.
Oh, you like those pictures, Cliff, I sent you?
Yes.
Told you, that's a big bridge.
Nope, there's no gold available there, Big Mike. So I was really tempted to try to find a plot of land, buy one of those cheapy expandable container houses off of Amazon and go that route. And just
Those things are like $14K.
Yep. And one of the plot of lands I found was like $38K, and between the two is under $50K, and that'd be perfect.
It's actually cheaper to go ahead and have a small mobile home put on the property.
Well, this is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
But more square footage. You can get them in two bedroom, 3 bedroom, 1 bedroom. But they come in big containers and they pop out.
Yeah, people are turning those little tough sheds into a house and all that.
This is bigger than that.
Yeah, I see a lot of people like what William is doing, which I haven't seen in a while. Rickettshire.
Oh,
Right.
Bill?
Or Bill, yeah. Like you said, that's expensive to convert those things into a living habitat.
Yeah, there's a lot of legal requirements to make it a substantial, actual domicile.
Well, this is what I was talking about here. Give me a second here. One of these.
Yeah, that's stuff me and Jason were looking at one day.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot of room.
it's too modern.
Well, the thing is, I was thinking about if we bought it and everything, this part right here they off actually. There's one of the things they do add to this, which is really cool. They offer a free 4-seater sofa and air conditioning, but I don't. That's not what matters to me. I would take the sofa, put it over on this side, and right here, somewhere along here, I'd put in a wood stove, just because I want one.
Do your homework.
Oh, plan to. Because the places I've been looking at do already have water, sewage, and electricity.
No, I meant getting one of those. Some of those are scams.
No, I would go through the ones that's been bought before. But we only need the 3-bedroom would be mainly for.
And remember, those things have a short lifespan.
Oh, they're probably about 10 to 15 years tops. But
Yep, pretty much.
This would be like a temporary solution for us.
Mike, those things are. They'll hold up to, I think, what was it, 115-mile-an-hour winds?
Yeah, if
they're going to be anchored,
if
they're not
they
going to be
install it,
dropped down. You know.
Yeah, it's all better insured if they install it, and you have to pay for them to install it.
Well, the thing is, as long as you put the foundation down with all the
You
proper
got to drop a solid slab for that.
Yeah, that's not an issue. The thing
With
is,
all the straps.
there's this one here that's got the what do we call it? A dining room over here,
They can handle about 105-mile-an-hour wind.
and with the kitchen over there and the bathroom and stuff. And it's not like it's a small bathroom or anything, But or you can go with 3 bedrooms and have an office type of situation.
It's just too white.
Well, it's the original one is that color.
No, the interior is too white, is what he's saying.
Well, the thing is, I would paint like crazy. But I was thinking about along one of these walls, like right here, and putting in a wood stove.
Yeah, those things are too sterile.
Well, it's brand new. What do you expect? It's got it is literally a brand new place. Any new place is going to be sterile, as you know.
Well, the fun thing is they don't come with all of that stuff that you see in there.
Oh, yes, it does.
No, those are all add-ons.
It comes with the cabinets. It comes with the
It'll come with some of it.
The bathroom.
Not all of it.
The bathroom's there. That's all complete. That's what's in
there.
there.
Yeah, because the bathroom is part of the main central section.
Yeah. This right here, you do have to put up the cabinets. They are in there, but you got to put them up.
Yeah, it's almost like getting an apartment in Europe where there's nothing in there. You have to put it all in there: the cabinets, toilet, everything.
Well, the toilet's already part of it, and the bathroom's already a part of it.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd have to put in there is a stove, maybe a dishwasher if I want to go that route, and that kind of thing, and washer and dryer.
It's not a dishwasher. It's a dish sterilizer.
It's called a dishwasher. I'm going to call it that. But I've been looking at several different models and stuff like that. That's just one of them.
Yeah, if you have to wash the dishes before you put it in there, it's a sterilizer.
Well, this one here is a little different.
Yeah, you see those in Phoenix all the time.
It's very similar in styles. You see how it pops out and stuff like that. And there's the different, the different styles and stuff.
Yeah, if you do 3-bedroom, it doesn't leave you with many options for anything.
No, we're thinking just a 2-bedroom.
It gets you out of the elements.
Well, the thing is, it's just like,
and they're not as insulated as everybody thinks they are.
Oh, no, I know they're not. And Jenny knows they're not. But it would be something that would be ours. And it'd give us some time, owning a place. We could do more later down the road. And also, if we end up moving to a bigger place, this would become Ian's place. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's that. As soon as you put that in the spot, in this location, you plant bushes and trees all the way around it.
Yeah.
Protect
If my
it from the
property
elements.
didn't already have it, that's the thing I would do. Yeah. Windbreaks.
Yep, your windbreaks. I mean, not up against it, but within 15 feet.
Yeah. I kind of like this one over here on the left. This one. Oh, give me a second. Stop it. That one there on the left.
Yeah, the one with the 2 bedrooms back to back on the one side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that option personally because it gives you a huge walk-in space plus a fairly decent-sized kitchen area.
Right. And I love that part. I mean, there's different versions. I mean, the kitchen's area in this one here is like you get one big open. The one on the right, far right, doesn't give you much.
The middle one.
I got a question.
Sure.
Where in the world is the breaker panel?
I don't know.
And how many amps does it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's something you got to question.
Well, the thing is that it's part of the part when it's supposed to be ready to be hooked up to power. So there's got to be a breaker box, probably on the outside somewhere. And I don't say that they can't be on the outside. I've been into many old homes that have them on the outside.
Another thing I didn't see was
place down in Osceola, they had it on the outside.
Yeah. And what about the AC units and heating units?
Okay, on the other one, it had a little portable AC on the wall. This one here doesn't have one of those.
Yeah, it's a mini split.
The other one, this one here,
Squeaking.
had one when they miss it right here. That's the AC. Right
Yeah.
there. But it comes with a free, sofa. So I've never, don't really care about that, to be honest. But the bedrooms are decent size, and the shower's not too bad. But I mean, that's a big, fairly large room right there. If you want to go that route.
Yeah, that shower's not big because we sell those at work.
Well, I don't need huge.
Yeah, it's essentially almost like an RV shower.
Well, it is. I mean, it is a container home,
Yeah.
basically. So
It's whatever you're going to be able to fit in the packaging that's, 8 feet wide by 8 feet high?
they do have. Where is it? I'm not sure if it's on this one.
I want to find a company that does that with a 10 high.
They actually had one of the ones I was looking at actually had the dimensions on it, but I don't think it was this one. Give me a second here.
Yeah, I would not have that one there where you live, Colin, because of the weight of snow.
Let's see here. Where did it? Oh yeah, there. Is that it? No, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. I have no idea where I put that one, to be honest. I had like multiple ones and I'm just not sure where I put it. But I had a separate list just for that, for those tiny home stuff. And I don't know where it went to. But I just went under yeah, there's
Got
like,
one for 16.
I mean, you got
Same thing, but it's solid white. Like the outside color, like that is.
this one right here for 12.8, well, 12.9 if you want to round up. That's the one I was showing you. I mean, I wouldn't mind having one with a front porch, but not necessarily an option.
Yeah, you can always add that on later by hand.
Right. Like this one here. That one. Because I kind of like the porch on that one. But I mean, that whole thing just sits in there and you fit it in there and plumb it up.
I feel like it'd be cheaper just to get a modular home.
I can't afford one. That's the problem. They're more expensive. Modular homes are more expensive than these. Now, they do have ones that are like multi-tiered and stuff like that. And I mean, those are cool and all, but like this one here. That's got plenty of space, but
Yeah, it's like 6 or 8 containers.
yeah, that thing is $40,000 though. It doesn't give me
That's $40,000 still cheaper than $400,000 for most houses.
yeah. It's just, it's something to move into. I mean, I would love to have like a second one on a property outside of town. That way, if Jenny and I decide to build our own house, we can do that. And then once we move out of it to our new house, Ian can have that one to himself. That way he doesn't have to worry about ever being homeless. But these are 40-foot houses. The ones I've
Yeah,
been
it's
looking
usually
at.
40 by 10. It roughly expands out to like 18 feet, maybe 20
That
feet.
one's not too bad there. Look at the bathroom on that one. That's not a bad bathroom.
Yeah, see, they went with the full stand-in shower on that one.
Yeah. And it's, that's a bonus. And if that's how you set it up. But you'd have to have a pad 3 times the width of it coming in. And once it's centered, then you can pop it up, then finish it off that way.
Yeah, pretty much, because if you don't have a wide enough pad on there, you ain't got nothing to anchor the outcrops on. Or the pop-outs, and then the pop-outs will sink and eventually sag and break.
Exactly. And then you're still going to have to seal them, obviously, with caulk and stuff like that.
No, they come with foam rubber door seals.
No, I meant when you on the corners of the walls.
Oh yeah, where like the hinges are.
Yeah,
Yeah, I might have to run.
Even though it says
in there.
You never trust what you read. Always redo everything just to be on the safe side. I'd rather over-engineer and over-insulate and over-waterproof than not, because it's Iowa.
I've also done a lot of research on these things to do,
and this one's actually not too bad
on a piece of property.
I mean, this one's not too bad. 15 is not bad. But they got bigger ones. They got smaller ones. I mean, it's not technically it's not a tiny house, but it is a tiny house, if that makes any sense. But I've seen houses like mine, like I'm in right now, that have less square footage than one of these. And I'm not exactly sure how that ended up happening.
Oh, Jesus. Get off of there.
This was a 40 by 20. That's not too bad. That's what they don't usually show the outside of the house. That's the kitchen.
Oh, I do not like that.
Well, that's the walls.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the walls. Yeah.
There's the cabinets.
That's not too bad for a kitchen.
It's got a double sink.
But here's the question: where's the water coming in at?
That's the thing. I think when you come it in, I think there's holes in the floor set up for that to allow the plumbing to come in. And there's the doors.
Doors on that side.
That's a king size bed. That's not too bad though. Like you said, it is a lot of white. That's the only issue. But 20 by 40 is not small. And it's for $11,000. And if I made payments on it, it's only $457. That's $437.32 a month. That's less than most rent. You know what I mean? For 48 months.
You do know 20 feet by 40 feet is only 800 square feet.
I've lived in smaller places, Jason.
He did live in a hotel room for like 3 months.
So that in itself would have a kitchen, bathroom, private bedrooms, and a full-on living room. and I'd still have more room than that, and I'd still have a yard.
And you'd have to downsize a lot of the stuff you have because that's not
Oh
all
yeah,
going to fit in there.
oh yeah, I know that. But I can also, whatever property I may have, I can also get a storage shed to put my rest of my gear in too. But at the prices of these kind of prices,
Ooh.
you know what Ian said, Dad, like once you guys move out, I could use the other rooms for storage.
Just buy 3 of them at that price.
They're not that expensive, Bill. But one could be like one for a workshop, one could be for something else, and one for a living in. Could you imagine having that for your studio though, Jason?
Oh yeah.
You can do so much in a studio like that big. I don't really like that kitchen, but I do like that one.
Yeah, I kind of like that one, but that's almost like a standard kitchen. Although personally, I'd rather get that outcropping where that L shape is for that stupid ass cabinet. Sorry, I would just cut that off entirely. Just put just one cabinet next to it.
Well, the thing is that I mean, I'm not sure if that's probably where you're going to put your stove.
It's a galley kitchen.
Yeah, I've had galley kitchens that are really small. The smallest galley kitchen I ever had actually literally was called in a closet behind accordion doors with a dorm style fridge. But that one is not too bad. I kind of like that one, but because it's got a porch.
I love how everything on Amazon's like, oh, there's only like so many of these left. BS.
I can't afford a double decker one, obviously. Though this one here is a little better at 21,000.
Yeah, but that's like 6 containers. That's not the expandable ones. That's actual solid like 6 steel containers.
Yep.
And see, something like that would be decent if you owned property and you did like a little rental. You get a setup like that. And yeah, you can do all kinds of nifty. I would put porches on the back sides of each one of those.
Well, the thing is, I think it's when it's finished off, it's supposed to be probably covered like what this one's showing.
Well, I think that one shown in that picture is that one's designed as one personal home, so you have like
this is the
access
personal
to upstairs and downstairs.
I like this one here, but this one here is like for multiple.
Yeah, but that one there is like you do that for if you have property and you want to rent, and you can do those little businesses or little buildings.
I think they'd be like good for like people to do like little workshops and stuff like that. But the thing is, then you'd have to worry about power issues and other things like that.
Yeah, just tie it into the grid. If you have like I said, if you have the property, you can drop something like that for rental. You'll make back most of what you spent on that within the first year or two.
See, what's the? That one weighs 3,600 pounds. Ouch. What's the square footage?
Yeah, those containers are not light. They're steel containers.
It doesn't say what the dimensions are. It just says 1 to 5 rooms. They're customizable.
Yeah, see, I found that one. You're looking at that 2-story tiny steel structure prefab one for 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that one.
At least it's not this one, Cliff.
Yeah, I saw that one too. I'm like, dude, unless you live somewhere where there's a crud ton of like really high grass, you are gonna stick out like a freaking beacon.
Exactly. I mean, that one's. I'm sorry. I'm just making fun of that one because
I'd be hilarious and just put that literally in the desert, in the middle of everything that's brown. Be like, oh, here's this giant green marker. What is that? Why is it out there?
That one's. I'm not sure what this one is.
Yeah, that one's just weird. I saw that one earlier and I was like, yeah, I don't like that one.
I don't like that one either. Generally they're the basic same structure over and over and over again.
Oh, I found that same that multi-tiered style one, but it's in pink.
Really? Jeez. See if this one's a little different than the other one. Oh, this one here's got, yeah, that's the same one. Oh, this one actually has, shows you the interior. I guess that's the first floor.
That's A floor. Yeah, it just shows you just options, really.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that one though. That's more of a tropical one. Hence the
Yeah,
palm
I saw
trees.
that one in there too.
I'm not sure if I like the cantilever little roof right there. That part right there.
Yeah.
Let's see what the rest of it
I'd
looks
rather
like.
just have a solid pitched roof. That way you can catch water from both sides.
Yep. But it's all expandable, so
Oh, there's that same one in white. Oh, that's interesting the way they have that one set up because the bunk beds are on the outside.
it is and it isn't a tiny home. So that's the thing.
Yeah, if you get like a standard shipping container, even the 40-foot ones, by rights, it's considered a tiny home. But when you start stacking them, and you get like 4 to 6 of them, it's not a tiny home. It's a steel house.
Right. A multi-tiered structure, technically.
But it's still a steel house because that's what you have.
Right. Oh, wow. Look at this one. This one's got, look at all the solar panels on the roof.
Yeah, well, that one's for like, well, I mean, that's obviously a digital one for like a mock up. But yeah, that's for living totally off grid.
I would do that. I mean, if
And
I
you can
could.
do that with the ones with those ones. I wouldn't do the pop outs with the solar. I would just do the main roof with solar. You'd have enough,
Right.
just running enough solar on that. You'd have enough to run that entire thing.
Oh, no, there's a good, interesting thing.
Yeah, the military ones.
Yeah, I kind of like that one. I think that's where
Basically,
I
gas
saw them.
units.
I actually saw those before. They were not shipped overseas yet, but I saw them being brought in,
Yeah.
for portable hospitals and stuff like that. But that was, I mean, they were just starting to talk about those back in the service, before I got out, back in 2003. But then I didn't hear any more about it because I was out.
Ooh, let's check this one out. That one's 10K, and that one's not too bad.
The prices are not too bad, but it's like I said, it just depends on your area and what, how insulated the walls are.
Yeah, I think I would personally like to have a 2-floor building.
2 floors,
Yeah, 2 floors.
like this one.
No, like that's something you'd find in like Miami, Florida.
Well, yeah, since the palm tree.
Daniel
Actually,
says he lived in one.
I'm actually surprised when the stuff that happened in Western North Carolina, they didn't send a ton of these down. Instead of building those little shed homes, they could have bought one of these.
No, but the problem with those is those shed homes you can build faster than you can build these.
Well,
And it's a
these
lot
pop
cheaper.
out. I mean, yeah, you do probably have a backlog of building these, but when they get out to the location, they pop up in like a couple hours.
Yeah, that's the problem is the couple of hours. Well, I mean, you're going to get the same response whether or not you build these solid ones or the portable ones. They're still going to take a couple of hours to set up, but
these would be the code. At least that one shows you where the refrigerator goes.
with the other ones, you can get like, I don't know, when these things are folded down, you can only get so many on a truck.
Right.
Because even though they pack flat, they're still almost like 2 feet tall.
Yeah. This one's not bad. I like the color of this one with the wood on the outside.
11,000. That one's not. I just don't like the red paint. Whoo, 60,000.
It tells you what you can do with them and everything else, but but I don't know. You guys, we can talk about other stuff. Let me get out of here.
I don't know. I'm still looking at these. I'm still scrolling down. All kinds of stuff to talk about. We can, because like I said, this is one of the things me and Jason were talking about for God, like almost like 3 hours one day.
I remember. I was part of that conversation.
No, when we
We
were
went
done with the
further.
live, we kept
Oh, you guys
going.
went deep into that?
Oh yeah, we went way further.
But I mean, I could see that being used as if
Oh,
you're a single
God, I
person.
found a lime green one, another one.
If you're a single person, that would be a great home for a starter home. Instead of buying these ones and rebuilding it from scratch, this will be a good way to get you going anyway. As long as it's inspected and everything's up to code, they can't have any issues with it.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
just
like you
wondering
said,
about the power. I'm just wondering about the power in them, the outlets, what kind of
Well,
wiring
that's
they're
one of the
using.
things you're going to have to figure out once when you were starting to do the whole order process. You'd find out all that information, and you'd have to have an electrician on standby to get it hooked up to the main power line, or if you're going off grid, that route.
Yeah.
But that's something you would have to talk with your electrician and the power company if that was the case.
Yeah, like I said, as soon as the power company drops the pole in, you can usually have power real quick.
But also the plumber and whether you have a septic system or city water or not. There's a million things you got to consider. And if you do have a septic system, you got to have a leach field and all this other crap on top of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want at least a 40-foot container because if you're doing basically a 20 by 20, when you break that down, your bedroom's going to be roughly 8 by 10.
Right. That's why that's why I was just thinking just go with the 20 by 40. It's not
by that standards, I think your bell tent would actually be bigger than the damn room would.
Yep. I'll be right back. I'm going to get me a cup of tea. Be right back.
Green shipping container for $10K. Alloy steel as opposed to alloy aluminum. Come on, dude. Ooh, now that would make a good add-on for a garden. 12 by 16 foot all-season sunroom.
Oh yeah.
And it's an add-on from the looks of it. It's just an add-on, so you can stick that off of one of the sidewalls off the shipping container. I would only put one door in there though. Circulating fan in there and just run shelving around around it, and yeah, geez. For like $16, you can get how to build a shipping container home. Or I can just Google it or do it by hand and just say screw it. If I screw up, I screw up and learn from my mistakes because you don't learn otherwise.
Well, I just think it'd be a lot easier to start with because it gives you a good starting point for a house.
Is that 2?
Which one? You got to show me there, Cliff. We can't see what you're looking
at.
Well,
I'm looking at the same ones you were looking at earlier. Those double side units. Well, that's got to be the most ghetto plumbing I've ever seen. This is digitally on this one.
I got to see it because I don't know which one you're looking at.
I suppose I can share it.
Give me a second.
So this thing here. So do you see Jason? What do you see wrong with this picture?
The plumbing being run outside the
in the stairwell.
Stairwell. I'd run right along the base of the building, or better yet, is that an AC unit?
Yeah, 3 AC units, and only one of them has what looks like electric going to it. The way they've got this designed, but yeah, you don't need for a unit you only need like 2 of those, one on top, one on bottom.
Right.
Because it's not like that one. Ooh, my computer froze.
Yeah, and you can also put in a couple of.
Looked at earlier with all the stringers and stuff like that. Could be multiple. It could be
sorry, my computer froze on me.
Well, that's not good.
What is it doing? Jeez, there we go. Yeah, so see, that's that same one. Why are you not?
I think I know why the other one looks so barren, because it didn't have the slats to stand on. It didn't have the floor.
Yeah, see, this is a digital mock-up, but at the same time, oh yeah, see, there's the AC unit right there. Stop. So you got the AC unit over here. I don't even know if I'm still showing this. Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking
Yeah,
at
you
it.
are.
Okay, so there's the AC unit there, which means the other AC unit would be on the other side. But I'm trying to figure out if this is like 4 separate units or if it's 2 separate units, because that looks like a door.
Instead of being separate units, I think it'd be separate bedrooms. If you did it that way you could have 2 bedrooms, some bedrooms upstairs and some downstairs. It's that you want to only have access except through the outside, which is really weird.
Yeah, well, it's just the fact that they had 2 AC units on the top, but 1 ACU on the bottom. So I guess these are.
Who said there, Daniel? That's not bad though. I mean, it's the things I look for mainly is the bathroom and the kitchen. If the bathroom's a good design and the kitchen's a good design, we can
Probably
work
the worst. I mean, that's not too bad. I wouldn't want a bedroom that long because Jesus.
No, neither would I. That's why we would go with a 2-bedroom setup, because we could always use the second one as either a office when Ian's gone or a Ian's room.
Yeah, see, this 4-bedroom thing is like if you're doing like an away home and you have like a bunch of guests that you're popping over. But there's no on this one here, the 4-bedroom, 1 restroom. There's no kitchen. So
Yeah,
that's basically just sleep. This is just sleeping quarters. So you'd have to have that one on top, and then maybe I would say I don't like any of these ones.
It's like a quick little setup of a Airbnb.
Yeah, Airbnb.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. So I would take the 1 living room, 1 restroom on the bottom, and just take out the bedroom and just basically just have that as like, main entry, bathroom, and kitchen, and
Right.
every gathering space. And then you put this 4-bedroom, 1 restroom on top. That way you have that's basically just sleeping quarters.
Yeah, I think that's what I think that one was set up that way. If you have one the main floor, then you get this the second floor.
Yeah, so like I said, I would do this one here minus the bedroom, and then just have that whole floor plan open, aside from just the bathroom down there. And I wouldn't even do a full bath on that one. I would just do like a half bath, so just like a sink and a toilet.
On the top floor?
No, the bottom floor.
No, the bottom floor. If there's no bedrooms on the bottom, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You get rid of. I don't even know if I'm still.
You want a half bath, in other words.
So yeah, I see it bigger on my screen, but yeah, on the 1 living room, 1 bedroom, 1 restroom, I would get rid of the bedroom entirely, and then I would see if I could convert the bathroom into a half bath.
I'm as big as I can. Can you expand your?
I can zoom in, but the problem is I can't point because I can just move the cursor back and forth.
That's what I was having problems with myself.
Yeah, so this one over here on the left, the top left.
Yeah,
I would get rid of the bedroom and I would just do like I said, open up the whole thing and just have like the kitchen in there, and then just like a half bath. So you just have like a shower and or bedroom. Toilet and a sink, because you're not going to need a shower down there. And then you go down here to this one, like I said, this 4 space one.
that'd be at the upper floor.
Yeah, you just use that one for the top floor.
The thing is, that means if anybody's downstairs, whatever, I'd still like to have a shower at least. I would put in a better bathroom upstairs, but still, I'd rather have a full setup downstairs.
But yeah, that was that same one. So I mean, that was one of the ones I was looking at. I kind of was looking at a different one, but
yeah, that would be true. A midnight snack would be a real pain.
Yeah, you would essentially have to walk out, go down the stairs, and then come back around.
I'm sure you could probably, with that big a setup, you could find a way to put in a stairwell inside the building. So you could.
Yeah, you'd lose part of your porch.
But the thing is, you said if that one is 1 big bedroom and you take it out, you can have the stairs go down to that empty space that you didn't use.
Yeah, then you would have to use the. If that was the case, you'd have to go use the floor plan that has the 3 bedrooms. So,
because you don't really need 4 bedrooms upstairs.
Oh, yeah. So you could do this floor model here with the 3 bedrooms, take out the kitchen, and then put the stairwell in there.
Right.
which means that would come down roughly about where the kitchen is on this one living room, one bedroom version. But you can always move the kitchen to a different location. So where that table's at, if you move the kitchen down on that side,
Or
you'd
what if you rotated the whole building, just swap it around, turn it 180 degrees.
yeah, I mean, you could do that.
That way you don't have to take out the kitchen at all. Just leave it alone. Just turn the building.
Yeah, I suppose you could do that.
You can do it on opposite ends. That way it would balance itself out.
That's the button I meant to hit earlier. Yeah, one could do it that way.
Or if you really wanted to be really fancy, you could put in like a little elevator thing.
A spiral staircase just to make it really annoying.
No spiral staircases.
But
It's harder
spiral
than me.
staircases are fun. Ooh, I found one that's banana yellow and orange. That is terrible looking.
Well, these are not considered long-term homes, Daniel. I mean, like I said, these would be perfect for the people in Western North Carolina. And because a lot of people lost so many homes, it'd be a lot easier to put one of these up than wait for them to get the money together because they're just living in tiny homes right now, which are made out of storage sheds. And something like this would give them a proper house to live in, sort of. You'd make them feel more normal. Interesting
when it's a double wide container home. Technically, one container is completely open, but the combination of the two gives you like a 12 by, probably about a 20 by 20 deck on top, which wouldn't be too bad. That's a good. You could do all kinds of stuff up there. I'd throw a random tent up there just to sleep on a tent on my house.
You put a garden up there, Cliff, and I know you would.
I don't know. Not on this one.
You imagine
right around it.
Put some sod up there, then you can put your tent up there. You can you can actually sleep on the grass.
Oh, I do not like sleeping on grass. Me and grass do not get along.
Oh, it's right. Your allergies.
I don't know. It's not an allergy thing. It's just me and grass. When I was a kid, I could no problem, but now I don't know. I just don't like laying on grass. It itches for some reason.
You put a barbecue up there.
Oh yeah, you can drag a barbecue up on that thing. It's a huge flat spot.
But I think I like the solar panel idea better, to be honest.
Nothing stopping you from mounting solar panels on the side of it.
That's true. And you can face it all south facing. That way it'll help with the solar stuff anyway.
Okay. I'm actually looking at these.
And
there's no outlets. Only along the center.
Yeah.
That's where the container is at. And I think there's a panel in the back. Let's see if I can find something that's not on Amazon or eBay.
Yeah, it's hard because once you get off of Amazon, these container homes start getting real expensive real fast.
Okay, there's one called Giants Made. They're pretty much the same styles as the other ones. But I was thinking that they might have some more detail on how it's powered, where the water goes, that kind of thing.
Up through the floor?
No, location on the home, where the electrical panel would be, that kind of thing.
Yeah, usually on the backside, along the back wall, where the shower's at. That's probably most likely where your electrical panel's going to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. Oh, we got one that goes all the way up to 56 feet. That's long. What would you do with a 56-foot home?
That's about the standard on an actual standard trailer. 53 foot, so that's probably an expanded one.
What the mobile
here's
home?
a 20 by 40 for like $10K.
Yeah, I'm looking at this one. This one's got a different layout than you were seeing on the ones you were seeing.
So, are you looking at manufactured homes now?
No, these are the same style.
Oh, I'm looking at the
expandable
prefab
homes.
container homes,
Okay.
little shipping container homes.
Yeah, but here's the one I'm looking at, Cliff.
Ooh, it's all. Thank you for being an Amazon customer. Get $50 off on a $10,000 house.
Now, this one here is at giantsmade.com. The 3-in-1 expandable container home. And they got the different styles, as you already know.
Yeah, different colors, more or less.
And this one here is showing it in the wintertime. So that's,
That's that 20 by 20.
But down here at the bottom, they go all the way up to 56. And they got the different layouts, which are different than the ones we've been looking at. Some of them are similar, like the 20-footers. But when you get to the 30-footers, it's a little different. And the 40-footers are way different than the other two.
Well, it's just all depending on how you want to configure it.
But the 40-foot A and 40-foot B, I kind of like the fact that you got options. You come into your house and you're just not exactly straight into a big long hallway. Okay, hurry back. So what do you think of which one do you of these two you like, Cliff?
Yeah, I probably would say A, but the weird wall that blocks off
Sorry about that.
All of the stuff in where the bathroom's at, it looks like that's, I don't know, that's just weird.
All
that unused space.
Right here?
Yeah.
I think that would be like that'd be like a bedroom right there, I guess, for like a master bedroom.
Well, that's how it looks like they have it set up, but there's no divider wall, so I don't know. Does that have two? If that's got two bathrooms, then yeah, that makes sense.
But it does. One here and one here.
Now see that other one. So that was okay. So that other one's that same thing. That's that quarter bath. So all you have in there is a toilet and a sink.
Yeah. This one's got a shower. That one doesn't. The other end doesn't.
Yeah. So if you had to shower, you would still have to go to the main bathroom, the master bathroom, to shower in there.
No, I guess, yeah, probably. Unless that other one has two, I can't really tell. I can't really see that corner that much.
Yeah, no, it's really awkward the way they have that designed.
Now, if they do the same thing on both sides, that might be possible then. So they might have it on both sides. But that one would, technically a big master bedroom.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
What?
Yeah, we'll see how well the taters do in a couple of months.
Well, Daniel was saying, it's just a waste of money, whatever. But for a temporary home to get you, say, while you're building your other home,
they're designed for 15 to 20 years to live in that.
Yeah, it's not meant to be long term. But for somebody like Ian, this would be perfect for him. But like I said, it'd be something because one of the things that we have to do if we build a house on a property of our own through the VA, we got to live on the property while they're building the house. And I'd rather live in one of these than a simple little box trailer. You know what I mean? And we could give it to Ian when we're done. And he'd have his own little place to live on his own.
Yeah, me personally, I don't think I'd mind. I'd be okay. Ooh. Click on that one. Go.
But I think I like the 40-foot A better than I do the B. And there's all the customized stuff that you could add to it. The different doors and the floors. The bathrooms are actually, that's an interesting, it's got was that a farm sink? That's a farm sink, isn't it?
No, that's a similar to what kind of like what I have, but that's not a recessed one.
And I kind of like the double sink kitchen. I do like that. But these are British. Yeah, they got
Yeah, that looks like Europe. You got Europe's, British, U.S.,
yeah, it's got it from all
Australia.
over the world. I'm not sure if I would go off the ground or not, but I could see where. I don't know.
Off the ground would be good in like flood zones. That's why they do them off the ground, is so you don't saturate the inside of your house with water. That's why they put them
Right.
on stilts.
But it'd make it easier for running the plumbing and electrical and stuff underneath. If you want to do it that way too.
Yeah.
But that's the way it comes off, showing how it comes off the truck and stuff like that.
Yeah, most of these aren't. I'm looking at some of these layouts, and some of them aren't, that much bigger than like a hotel room. Sorry, a New York hotel room.
Here's the flat pack and
Be
detachable.
realistic here.
I'm sorry, that's a jail cell. Just waiting to happen.
So what Daniel said.
I don't like that one at all. That's like a hotel type situation. I'm curious.
Oh, that's what they do. A lot of these. I've seen. They'll bust these out for a lot of like big music shows or something. They do a lot of weird venues. They have stuff like that where they do them. They just drop them in like a circular pattern, and you basically rent one out for the weekend.
Look at
Like
this
I said,
one.
I've done a lot of research on these. I've spent days
Look at this one, Jay.
looking at this stuff.
This is a luxury one.
Yeah, we've got something similar to that multicolored one down here.
You can get free quotes, that kind of thing. But yeah.
I mean, they're not
I don't
bad
know.
for what they are.
That's one of the part of the free quote stuff. I mean, you got to have a place to put them, obviously, but it's not meant to be a long-term solution, folks. That's the thing. Now, a lot of places mentioned that these would be great for like hunting cabins and things like that, which would make sense. I would still find a way to put in a wood stove on that kind of thing, especially here in Iowa, because it'd be a little bit easier to heat it that way.
Ooh, ran out of pages.
But it's not.
Oh god, the shipping on that would be astronomical.
Oh, I'm sure it would be about the same cost as it would be to actually buy it, the unit. Then, like you said, then you got your plumber, your electrician, your anything else you got to get it put in, and then you got your housing inspectors and stuff like that. They got to put their seal of approval on it, and you got to make sure you have the right permits and all the other stuff. Just your normal hoops you got to jump through. But once you got all those stuff permitted and everything's up to code, just drop it in, hook it up, and go. And then you worry about the rest of it later on as you go. Now, is it perfect? No, but it'll give you a way to get it done for a while. Cliff, that'd be perfect for you if you get your land out in the where you were thinking.
I already have a blueprint for a building.
I know, but one of those would work too, wouldn't it?
I'm kind of back.
Kind of back. Kind of fun.
Was it an emergency?
No, there's a mother-in-law chatting.
Oh. Okay.
No, like I said, I have blueprints. So if I get land, I can get the containers. I have a blueprint set up. Just give me a second. What are you crying about?
Ow. I'm still trying to figure out what I did with my ferro rod I had. I thought I put it down on my computer, but I can't find it now.
How do you shit around your days off, fuckers? Before I punch somebody in the head.
Give me some here. It's not there. Dang it, what'd I do with it?
Now, I have a rather extensively thought out container home plan if I'm able to get land or a container home.
Well, I'm hoping if you ever get to that point, Cliff, you have places that actually has a well.
Yeah, got to make sure the property that I have actually has water rights first.
That's the big thing.
Because people around this state, they like to sell off. They like to purchase land and then sell off the water rights and then sell the land later to screw somebody over. When you go to try to get water, they're like, "Yeah, you've got no access to water and you have no water rights."
Or they buy somebody else's water rights without them knowing.
Huh?
No, they swindle you out of it.
No, the people will buy land and then they'll just sell off the water rights.
Then they'll try to sell the land.
And they won't tell you that you're like, oh, hey, well, this land doesn't have water rights. And then they sell you the land, and then when you go to try to get water, they're like,
nope.
No, you've got no access to water. You're shit out of luck. All right, I'll start collecting my own water then.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear none of you the water company coming down here and be like, oh, you can't collect water. The hell I can't. I ain't got water rights. I'll do whatever I want. I've got 10 acres. I can dig a 6-foot hole in 2 hours. Ain't nobody going to know you're down there.
You do what Mallory did?
No, I'm talking about fertilizing my land.
Ah.
And
Put a
putting
hole to fertilize my land. Ain't nobody going to know they're down there.
And you're going to put rare plants that are legal to move on it, right?
Just 2 feet under the surface, just put a dead cat.
Couple of dead animals.
Yeah. And when they try to dig it up, they're like, oh, that's just dead carcasses from cats or dogs. They won't go any further.
Or dead goat.
Yeah, I know a few things that I shouldn't know, but
goat.
Hell, I ain't getting to go goats. Some things are creepy.
I said dead goat. I didn't say live goat.
What do I need? I'd have to have a goat in order to get a dead one first.
No, you could buy a dead goat.
No, I'd probably run across coyotes faster. Just plug one of them suckers and just throw it down there.
Right. But like I said, it's going to be, it's not considered a long-term anything.
That is a good question.
But I will say that one of those homes would probably last longer in your climate than mine.
Oh heck no, man! All the seals in there would dry rot.
Mine would probably collapse under all the snow.
I might, if I'm lucky, I might get 10 years out of them before all the seals in those buildings dry rot.
That's why you cover up the seals when you get it. Just make sure you do all the seals. Seal the seals, as I said.
Yeah, but even silicone doesn't last out long outside.
Who says I was talking about silicone? We're talking like Flex Seal, that kind of thing.
No, just get some grease.
I'm gonna try this out. Let's see. Proceed to checkout.
You're gonna find out how much it cost.
I got a $15,000.
What, you accidentally buy it?
No, I'm not. I don't have the cash for it. Let's see. So I would have to pay $106 in shipping fees.
That's not bad.
For what?
One of those container homes.
Oh.
That's not bad.
No, it's trying to give me Prime for 3 days. No, piss off. That's not what I want. I'm at secure checkout. Let's try that. Okay, now we can get to the checkout point. Here we go. Let's see.
With Prime, you don't get free shipping?
Free delivery.
Whoa, there you go.
Monday, May 12th to Tuesday, May 13th, $8.99 delivery. So I'm assuming oh, here we go. Estimated tax, almost $1,000.
Woo.
That's not bad, though, for what it is.
Well, I've also got a bunch of other stuff in my cart, too, so I'm probably looking at $16,000 even.
It's still not bad. Is that the 20 by 40?
It's just one I randomly clicked on just to see what the shipping and cost was, because I've got.
But for you, that you wouldn't need that much room, would you? It's just you.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff, dude. A lot of stuff. I got like a 3-bedroom house worth of stuff in this little tiny room.
Yeah, but you'd spread it out over 3 bedrooms. Depends on which one you were clicking. Did you click a 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom, what?
No, I just clicked on whatever random one popped up first on Amazon.
I know that, but which one did you click on?
Again, whichever popped up first on my Amazon search is the one I clicked on. I'm not placing the order. I'm just checking to see.
No, I'm just curious what it ended up being.
One of the like cabin style looking ones that's got the short 4-foot by like 8-foot wide porch.
Okay. Actually, the porch doesn't look too bad though. I like having a porch.
16,000 for all of that wouldn't be too bad. Let's get the hell out of there because I do not want to
Pay for that.
Accidentally purchase it. Yes.
Yeah, I do not want to actually hit place order because then I'd be broke as shit.
With a house on the way and you have no place to put it.
Yeah, and I'd get a shipping container over here and I'd be like, why is there a shipping container in the yard?
Yeah.
Parts.
You're not zoned for 2 houses on this property.
Remove. Refresh.
Insufficient funds. Oh, I was talking to Cliff.
Me.
Yeah, watch him accidentally ship it to Jason's
It
property.
says one left in stock anyway. Delete. Thank you. Get off my thing. I have not used for it. I was just checking the possibility of shipping for that. I mean, I could have gone the 20 by 20, which would have been same price, probably about 18.5 for that.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I just figured I would just check to see what they would charge me for having that shipped out. $1,000 in tax. But I still didn't count. I still didn't see. I would have had to have gone in farther to see what the shipping cost would be. So yeah.
Well, the place I was looking at the Giants made ones, you can actually get A-frames. It's some that actually look like houses.
Oh, that is a weird one.
It's a prefab light steel villa, prefabricated house villa. I don't know why it would. I didn't even get any floor plans or anything, which really sucks.
Yeah, I don't like those ones. All right. I will be back here just briefly, gentlemen. I have to take care of some business.
You see a man about a horse? Hey, daughter of mine, how you doing, Pepper? Love you, girl. Just to keep you informed, due to circumstances beyond Mom's and my control, we're going to have to move due to mold. So we're in the process of looking for a new place to live. We will keep you informed on where we end up. We have not found a place yet. We just got formed 2 days ago. We're going to be moving soon. Well, I've been here, girl. You should know that. And I don't look the same. Look at this. Your dad is freaking skinny. Look at this. Look at that. I would like to stay in the area, though. Yeah, we're going to try to. So we're going through the VA. They're going to help us find a place, preferably a house, preferably in the either Newton or Jasper County area. They're going to pay the first and last month's rent. All we have to do is get in there and thank you. I've lost a total of, let me give me a grand total here. That's
Hello.
my daughter's here. Jason.
Yeah, I see that.
As of yesterday, I've lost 75 pounds. I'm actually lighter than I was when you first found me again at the fair that one time. You okay?
Yeah.
That didn't sound good.
Hairball.
What are you doing swallowing hair?
Add a trim real quick.
Ah, I can understand that. Getting the hair that's stuck in the back of the throat is like the worst feeling. No. They wanted me to lose weight for my surgery, which I hadn't in February. Got my knee replaced. I'm going through physical therapy, but the medication they have me on is working overtime. So, as of yesterday, I was at 242. And I'm still dropping. But I'm working on it.
Where'd Cliff go?
He's had to take care of something.
Oh.
I think he might have to see a man about a horse.
Oh,
That's what I'm assuming, but anything's possible. But I can't. I never get to see you, so you always hide.
me? Yeah. I'm not decent enough today.
I
came in from outside.
Enough.
Oh no, I had to strip off everything today.
So
I came
you
in,
had to go on
wet.
full Monty, but you didn't want to show off for the money.
You got it.
Go, give you the dollar bills. I had to do the same thing. I had to turn my camera off when I switched shirts. No, this is not the first shirt I was wearing. I was actually wearing this shirt, but it was so freaking baggy on me. Anybody who knows me, how tight my shirts used to be.
Hi, Pepper. Oh no, I was soaking wet from coming in from outside.
Is it rainy or is it just sweaty?
Sweaty.
This is the first time I've actually got to wear this shirt today, or ever. So I'm still getting used to it. Be a good hunting shirt, that's for sure.
No, just being out in the sun.
Oh yeah, it got about 80 yesterday, and I'm not sure what temperature it got up today.
Yeah, I think we got to 84
I actually had to take my light jacket off on the way to my physical therapist yesterday.
Oh, see, now you could have taken that when she said, "OS, are you doing okay? Is this food thing? Are you sick?" You said, "Yeah, I'm sick," and she could have come running home.
I would not do that to her. You know that.
I know.
She's happy where she's at, and I would never do that to her.
Yeah, sometimes I miss Arizona.
Well,
not enough to go back.
Huh?
Not enough to go back.
Oh yeah.
Pickles. Also, hello, Pepper. Long time no see.
Yeah, she just found out how much weight I lost. 75 pounds total so far, Cliff.
Nice.
As of yesterday. 242 right now. Which is the lightest I've been in a long time. And I'm still losing. So I'll have to wait and see on that, how well it's going to be on that. I'm going to be going on for another 25 minutes, then I'm done.
Alrighty.
I'm starting to get tired. My knee's actually doing okay, but I'm getting tired. So, yep, I'll keep you guys informed on the housing situation as it arises. But tomorrow I start looking for storage units to have stuff moved out to. The hardest things we're going to have to move here is not going to be. It's going to be the washer, dryer, and the refrigerator.
They have equipment for that.
I don't.
You're going to rent it.
But who's going to move it?
You got a pickup truck?
No. Who's going to physically move it?
Like I said, they have pieces of equipment that you can do that with.
Who is actually going to do the work is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Believe it or not, Ian can with the proper dolly.
He doesn't have the strength.
And tell him he needs to lift.
Ian,
Something other than the Oculus controller.
he is a string bean. He weighed himself the other day. When I weighed myself, he weighs 133, but he's like skinny as a rail. We got two men in a truck. I can't afford two men in a truck.
I work right. Those guys literally their base of operations, or at least one of them, is like 2 minutes away from where I work.
They're all over the place, Cliff.
Oh, they are now. They started out in Phoenix, didn't they?
I think they started in Denver.
Your brother weighs more than you do now. But you got more muscle mass than he does. You're more active than he is. Though he can still pull a 55-pound bow and you can't. I still need to get you a proper bow, girl. Well, he's not being autistic doesn't really help matters much, I'm sorry to say. It's not an excuse. It's just that he just still trying to get used to the idea that he has stuff and he has to take medication for certain things. And it really throws his whole everything off. Even his day and nights are switched.
That's what coffee's for. Oh, wait. We don't need another coffee addict in the house.
Ian's already a coffee addict.
Failure.
I didn't give him coffee. He started drinking mine because I wouldn't be able to finish mine before it got cold. And he'd say, Dad, he wouldn't even say anything. He'd just reach over, grab my cup, and take a swig and just put it back down.
Cold.
Then he decided to start making his own coffee.
And that is how the addiction starts.
It's not addiction.
It's an addiction.
Personally, I drink it for the flavor because the coffee doesn't really affect people like him or me. I'm not sure why. It actually calms him down, which is really weird. It's something to do with ADHD that caffeine helps. It doesn't matter, girl. I will still drink coffee, though I am drinking a lot of tea now because it's what I can handle. I have not drinking a Pepsi in, I can't remember how long.
3 days.
It's too sweet. I can't handle it. I think it's the medication I'm on. Changes the way I eat. But I'm going to be... I'm not sure when they're going to stop me from taking the medication until what they consider me at a safe weight. But when I was at 255, they can still consider me obese. Do I look obese to you?
No, you don't look like bees to me.
Ha ha ha. Obese.
No, you don't look like obies either.
I'm going to flip you off in my mind there, Cliff. I'm not going to do it physically, but I'm going to mentally project the image.
Physically.
I'm 5'8". But for my height and age, they say I should be 180. But they don't go by body style at all, which makes no sense. Because I remember I met guys when I was in the service that were 5'10", but 300 pounds of pure muscle. They were on the Air Force weightlifting team, 8% body fat, but according to standards, they were obese because they didn't meet the standard height and weight.
Yeah, you mean the cookie cutter weight?
Yeah, there's no such thing as a cookie cutter that'll fit everybody in the United States.
You got it.
And I'm sorry, the medical profession has not caught on to that. You can't use those weight standards for everybody because not everybody is the same shape. I mean, my shoulders are broader than Pepper's by a long shot. And
Well, yeah,
definitely,
also because that has to do with the fact that she's a female and you're a male.
but genetics still. Ian is my boy, but he still has the same issue.
Yeah, he's something. We'll just leave it at that.
No,
He
I'm
is
because I'm your dad. This is a dad bod. This is what dad bod's supposed to look like.
not if you got a military dad.
This is a military dad bod.
Yeah, not no on like actual active like Army Marines.
I'm not active duty dad bod anymore, but I'm still a dad bod who was former military. I've got all the prerequisites already lined up there, Cliff. I can't change that.
Party over there.
Did you read what Rob just said about you? He's glad that Cliff can spot the difference between a man and a woman.
At least I don't have mental deficiencies and try to figure out that there's like 47 genders when there's not.
People are going to be who they are. One for bacon. I mean, let me check something here. I'm just curious. I'll write it down. So I'm going to see what the medical profession says about my height.
Bacon. I want hot dogs.
Had them for supper. I had
I'll
chili
be eating
dogs.
them tomorrow.
According to medical standards, let's see how I should be 164 pounds. According to
That was
medical
my high school weight, and that was already
ideal weight, according to my ideal weight range is 164. And there's no physical way I can get physically down to 164 without being anorexic. There's no freaking way.
That's how I was in high school. All 4 years I went. Couldn't gain weight, couldn't lose weight.
They don't take into account body shape. But that still doesn't take, like I said, people who are stocky compared to someone who's slimmer or, all this other stuff. But I am not, obese. And that's just so freaking weird.
Well, it's Rob because you're not eating any apples. Eat an apple. You just eat an apple, and then you won't have to worry about your doctor anymore.
Yeah, considering that my height and everything, they consider I am at 36.79% obese, which makes no sense.
Jesus
The
Christ.
body mass index should be thrown out.
Mine's terrible.
You're considered obese, aren't you?
No, according to I'm overweight, yes, but average weight for a 6-foot male is between 137 and 183 pounds. Jesus Christ, if I hit 137 pounds, I'd freaking blow away in the wind.
Exactly. They expect everybody to be rail thin, and there's no way. Your body type won't allow that. Your shoulders, your body mass,
Yeah, no.
your muscle mass
Weight
alone
range.
will not allow you to.
130 to 183. I'd be just fine if I got down to 190 again. Overweight to 183 to 215 pounds. And my range is anywhere between 210 and 220. So I according to this scale, I'm obese, and then some days I'm overweight, and then some days I'm really fat. Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that someone in my height should be
Yeah, these are all anorexic.
122 and 164. I've not been that weight since high school.
Yeah, these
Literally.
are for like anorexic people. The chart that I was just looking at, Rob, give me a second. That one says you said 6'1"? Yeah, 166 to 202. Ideal weight chart from Staying Well or bannerhealth.com.
Yeah, I think the body mass index should be considered thrown out.
I didn't read the last half of that. Yeah, sponsor a meal. Give it to Rob. That's terrible. Jason died.
I'm here.
Yeah, the body mass index makes no sense to me. And the fact is, I'm not fat. Anybody who sees me says I'm not fat. Someone called me gaunt the other day because of how skinny, thin my face looked. I think they used the word sallow or something like that because the way my cheeks are looking. And I don't feel fat. Oh my gosh, I can tell you.
Let me ask you this: do you feel like chicken tonight? Like chicken tonight?
Nope. Let me see if I can. Okay, this is how much weight I've lost. I was up to here when I started losing weight, right here. This is where I'm at right now. So I've lost that many inches off my waist. And I'm still losing
8 inches.
Yeah, 8 or 9. But still, I mean,
Because I think each one of those notches is about an inch apart.
something like that. Yeah, I was close to the end when I got to a point, and I just that was my heaviest though. Yeah, like I said, there's no way BMI could be legal.
No, your BMI was based off of Gandhi.
And Gandhi didn't eat.
Yeah, that guy was like maybe 85 pounds wet. We ain't molded, we ain't stamped. And I'm not Aboriginal, so therefore I get complacent and chumpy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it means widely used despite being its limitations. It's due to its simplicity. It may be quick and readily available, but it doesn't mean it's accurate. So it just makes no sense. Yeah, I'm going to be talking to my weight loss person in about a week or so, on the 20th, I think, and I'm going to talk to him about how much weight is considered, to lose in less than a year, because I started losing weight back in July of last year, and I've lost 75 pounds already in less than a year. And that's a lot of weight to lose. I'm not sure how much Nicholas Green lost.
Like 200 and something plus.
How fast did he lose it?
A year and a half?
Yeah,
2 years? Something like that. I don't remember when he started doing this.
But I know he's also on the skinny trail too. And Jenny actually called me skinny. So I think I'm actually physically lighter than I was when we married. And then she said, all that work I need to fatten you up, now you lost it all.
Man's got to be able to walk, so.
Well, I got I just she's afraid I'm going to lose too much and not going to have anything left. You know what I mean?
I think you'll still have plenty left.
Well, before we were about the same, body shape. Now we're not.
Yeah, if I just
My
live
body
somewhere
feels like
slightly
crap,
colder.
Pepper. Yeah, it's just the fact is, I mean, I feel weak. I feel I don't have a lot of good energy levels, and my endurance sucks.
Oh, yeah, because you've been sitting on that chair for
Not by choice.
quite a while.
You know that, right? It's not by choice.
Yes.
But I do try, and I did do a couple weeks ago. I did do that fair all day. I did sit down when I needed to, but I did walk most of the time. I was hoping to do the flea market over the weekend, but that didn't happen.
That's because you don't eat enough nachos.
I don't like nachos.
I like nachos.
Eat more cheese.
I actually cheese doesn't. Yeah, I can't do that either.
Cheese and beer.
I did have a really nice Iowa pork chop yesterday, about that thick. Does that count? It was like that big.
But that's not dairy.
I ate potato salad with it. Had dairy in it. Had mayonnaise.
That's technically eggs.
There you go,
And-
Cliff. That one will make you laugh.
Which one? The Magic Cities?
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
the one I just sent you.
Omega
but-
Cities?
I don't know if they need to do a blood test on me or not. But I do know that I've lost 13 pounds since the last time they saw me 6 weeks ago. No, the mayonnaise is more than just eggs and oil.
Yeah, there's some starches and some. You know what? Oh, my jar's actually in the refrigerator. Shocking.
Miracle Whip.
What?
Got some milk in there.
Miracle Whip is gross.
I like Miracle Whip.
I like the tanginess. I don't like real mayonnaise at all. It tastes nasty.
Honestly, so you two are on the same page. Me, I'm on a different page. I do not like Miracle.
You're out in right field.
The one thing us lefties disagree with. That's a shocker.
No, I'm actually not. I'm messing with you. When I go to say Subway, I put light mayo on mine. Just they use real mayo there, so I eat it, but it's not my first preference. It's like I think it's because of the certain brands like Hellman's. I don't like Hellman's at all.
That could possibly be why.
But I do like I said, I like Miracle Whip. It's because technically it's a salad dressing. I know that. It's the tanginess. It's the vinegar that I like. Same thing when people say, "Oh, you just like if you had just to eat ketchup, it would be that." No, it's the vinegar in the ketchup that I like. If I just put the vinegar on there, I'd still eat fries the same way. As long as I had that particular vinegar.
Yeah, what is that? Nothing has the tangy zip like Miracle Whip.
I think that's one of the old sayings for it. And you're the one that doesn't like it?
Yeah, I remember weird commercials. Trust me, that's like all. I
Don't
have
get
a
us
whole bunch of
started
them
on
stored
that
away.
road trip because we will go down that weird commercial highway, and I know we would never get off. And we still got 5 minutes. I'm going to be out of here at 10 o'clock my time there, Pepper, just to let you know. If you want to give me a call, I'm home, or at least be near my phone all day tomorrow. But I am getting tired, though. Tangy Zip? I didn't know. I'm not sure about that one, Rob.
Yeah, it's a tangy zip of Miracle Whip.
No. He's thinking, did he do a series of movies? I think he's an actor.
I have no
You're talking about Ziggy Pop, or is that somebody completely different?
That is a question of good for the answers that are not the square.
Circle gets the square?
No, square gets the triangle.
Oh, man. We can figure out a way to do a Hollywood Squares. That would be so fun. I don't think we can get enough people on here for that. Not without paying premium.
Probably not.
I will try to do so tomorrow. If any particular time is good for you there, girl, I need to know. Because I've been looking at all your videos and your pictures and stuff. I've been following you. Got to see what my daughter's doing. Because she doesn't call.
She what?
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to get. They're probably going to have to do another physical on me. Find out if I'm losing weight too fast. Because I'm still on the weight loss medication, which I take every Friday. It's an injection into my stomach. 10 milligrams of Zepbound every Friday. So it's not much, but
I would say at least try to do like some of the exercises from like gym class when you were like a kid. You remember how to do some of
I
that?
can't do those. Not a lot of them require me being able to bend my knees, which I can't do.
Yeah,
I'm
windmills.
working on those with my physical therapist.
Well, I'm not going to force you to do toe touches.
No, toe touches I can do, surprisingly enough. That's never stopped me. It's the bending of the knee stuff I have to do.
I have not been able to actually just bend over and touch my toes since I was in like grade school.
I've always been able to touch my toes.
Me too.
I've never had that.
And
I've lost my flexibility.
I've actually never lost my flexibility in my back where I can actually palm the floor.
Oh, can't do that. That's hips, not back.
It's a combination.
You got loose hips.
I've never had an issue with that.
What is that? Loose hips sink ships?
That's loose
Yep.
lips. Loose hips get you pregnant.
Depends on the
No,
field.
I have not had any regular screenings. I every 6 weeks they evaluate me. They're going to do it again on the 20th, and I got another follow up with my doctor sometime near the end of the month for my knee. And I've got 5 more injections. I got a new round set up for next month. Which is weird because this month it's got 5 weeks instead of 4, which is really weird for us Friday wise. But they're going to find out. I'm not sure how much weight I'm going to lose between now and the 20th. So I'm still losing. So I might be down in the 230 range, 39 range somewhere by the 20th. I do one thing every day. The doc wanted me to go to the physical therapist and ride a bike for 15 minutes a day, which I do. And 15 minutes, I can basically make about a mile on the bike, on the stationary bike.
Dang, is that thing in like low gear?
For level 1, I think I'm doing pretty good considering, because some of the times I'm just this is at the tail end of most of my physical therapy appointments, and my knee is on fire.
No, you're already done, like literally on your last leg.
Yeah. I haven't been released to do much. I can go right now. I can walk about 50 feet before I have to sit down because my knee hurts too much. I still have to walk with my cane, so I can do small things like from here to the bathroom and that kind of thing, but that's about it.
Do a cartwheel.
If I want to end up in the hospital again,
Or stuck in a wall.
no, I'll probably collapse, knowing my luck. But it is now 10 o'clock, folks. I will say thank you all for being here. Pepper, I love you, girl. I miss you. I'll give you a call tomorrow. Cliff and Jason, thank you for coming.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Molly as well. Thank you to King, Rob, and I think Blake was in here for half a second. Dan, and Tiffany and
Cardio.
Daniel. So Dan and Daniel. Who else did I? Oh yeah, Big Mike. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think I got everybody. But thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Wow, 9 people here. That's surprising at this time of night, for me anyway. But I'm gonna say, be well, be safe. I love you all. I will catch you hopefully on Saturday on Cliff's channel, about 7:30, 8 o'clock, give or take, when he's out of the garden. Be well, be safe. Like I said, I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3.
6, 3.
Slap a rat.